Hiya, welcome to episode 2 of the Crusincarper blog. Well, it's about 7:30 on Saturday morning now. I actually got here late yesterday afternoon. By the time I got set up, the old light was going and there wasn't really anything to report. Spotted some gear out. There wasn't much choice to swim. Spotted some gear out, put some boilie out in it. I've obviously 2 rod water this, so I've got 2 rods out on the spot out there I chose. It's a farm reservoir and it is what it is really. It's pretty much featureless. There is a shelf at about, I don't know, so 15 to 18 yards out. But other than that, the bottom's got some silkweed on it. I've actually found a little clear spot out there, so I'm giving that a go at the moment. I will show you around the lake later, but it's a bit chilly out there at the moment. The forecast said it was going to be a nice sunny day. Maybe it will brighten up later on, I don't know. But at the moment, the wind is coming from the sort of south-southeast. And it's got quite a chill to it, but it was supposed to be coming from the southwest, so I don't know, but it says it's going to swing round again later, so we'll have to see. But at the moment it is quite chilly, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish this cup of tea that I've got, then as it brightens up a bit I'll show you the spots I'm fishing. I'll give you a view of the lake, as it were. As I say, there's not much to see. It is a farm reservoir, so that's what it is. But yeah, I'll let you know later, of course, unless anything happens, and I will show you that, obviously. It is supposed to be a hard water this, so I'm not expecting any miracles, but we can only try. Right, well, there's nothing happening. No one seems to be catching up. It's just me. Was using the same bait as last time. I still am using the same bait as last episode, but I was using the yellow pop-up on it. I've changed it over now to a white pop-up. See if the colour change makes a bit of difference. You never know. I don't see any reason to change the type of rig. The KD style type rig. It's worked before. What I am going to do, I'm going to put a little stick on it. Now, I've got a little bit of stick mix I made up here, which is Vitamin, breadcrumb, powdered molasses, give it a bit of sweetness, and some maggots, just a few maggots, some dead, some are alive. Just, you know, the red maggots, just to give it a little bit of colour, a little bit of attraction. See if we can make it happen, you know, try and nick a bite. What I've done also, I've put some black pepper oil on the bait as well, soaked it in black pepper oil, see if that'll help us out, and let's make the stick up and have a little go. Only going to use like a small stick in the bit of boiling mesh, doesn't need to be a lot, just to try and give it a little bit of be different. We can't hit us a bite. So at the moment we've had nothing, so we want to have a little something. As well, I've got a little bit of cold goo in there. See if that will give us a little bit of extra boost, as it were. You never know, I'll try. Obviously nothing's happening, so ring the changes, see if anything does happen, we can make it happen. Nice little stick. Goo coming out of it. Messy this one. Who cares if it buys us a bite? We don't mind a bit of mess. The trouble is you get this stuff on your finger, you've got to get it off again, isn't it? Takes ages, but never mind. Right. Thread this on our hooking. Put it on our rig. See what happens. You never know. We're quite possibly doing something different. And there was 13 anglers on here, there's 2 gone home now. So still 11, still 22 lines in the water. Obviously the fish are not going that mad at the moment. So just have to see, just be careful of that. Leave it like that. Right. Let's get that out of there. Try it. Right, well, this is a view of the lake. I mean, as I say, it is a farm reservoir and it is what it is. I would say it's probably about 4 acres, but that's just a rough guess. I'm judging, you know, by lakes that I know the size of. Not much here really, it's just pretty bland. But it is, you know, it's a reservoir for a farm, and that's what it was built for, and that's what it is actually used for. I mean, although like fishing's a byproduct of it, its main use is for if they need it for irrigation for the farm. But so there's a lot of wind here. There's not a lot I can do about that, unfortunately. I hope you're seeing what it's like. Right, I'm fishing, let's see, about there, which is 48 yards out. I know that for sure because that's measured off. That's 12 wraps of the measuring sticks. Right, brought you in to get you out of the wind, try and cut some of this noise out. I use the Avid Carp style measuring sticks. I find it easier, especially during the night, you know, to get your lines back, because I do like to fish on the spot all the time. And basically, from that stick to that stick, there's a string in between that comes with them. It gives you a rod length, which is 4 yards. So it's got 4 little coloured beads on the string, so if you want to go part thereof, you can just mark it with a coloured bead and use that particular coloured bead, say for your left hand rod, another colour for your right hand rod, another colour for your middle rod, etc. The other thing I do as well, and what I do, is I still mark my lines with a little bit of elastic, so that when it's dark, not only if you're just going to make a recast, for instance, you just clip up to your piece of elastic, but when it's dark and it's difficult to feel and you're getting distracted, you know, i.e. fish rising, etc., what you can do, what I do is I keep the line lightly in my fingers as I'm wrapping it around the sticks, and then you can feel the elastic come, so you don't sort of get into a situation, I've lost count, you know, and it does make it easier. And it's a system I use all the time. I mean, there are other makes of those sticks, but I just particularly liked the Avid Carp ones. Right, I'll show you me swim. As you can see, it's a bit of like tricky getting down there, especially got to go careful during the night because it's steep, that bank. But luckily I met a fella who'd fished here before, and he said to me, because I normally use a pod, and he said to me, whatever you do, don't take a pod there because the old banks are tricky, like they slope down, and you really need to use bank sticks. And well, yeah, found that out when I got here. See what he meant, you know. Say, it's tricky, you got to be careful, but you know, you want to fish. These things all comes part of the course, really, don't they? There's the rest of me swim. You can see, like, I'm up on the top of the bank there, and I've got a fair bit of room on top of the bank. It's a bit, not exactly muddy, but it's soft up there, you know. I mean, it wouldn't take a lot of rain to give it all, get it all sloppy again. That's where I actually am. My rods are down there. As you can see, you can't even see the ends of the rods. But see the old spot rod there leaning up in the tree. But yeah, bit tricky. But there you go. Looks like the whole lake's like it all the way round, so it's not going to make any difference, I don't think, where you go. In fact, they say some of the places haven't even got the steps in like my one has. So at least I've been a bit lucky there. I ain't got a ski slope to go down, you know. There we go, never mind. Crack on with it. Oh yeah, well, late in the afternoon now. Nothing's happening, no bites, but no one's getting any bites, so I've no idea, you know, if there is sort of where something, you know, regular bite time, and there's regular bite time on this water, I don't know. On the other side of the lake, on the back of the wind there, and he said, like, it's a lot warmer over there. He couldn't believe how cold it was over this side. So they've had one fish over there. They've had a mid-double. No one else seems to have had anything. So you know what I've done now, I've just walked on the road to about 20 yards just off the edge of the shelf out up there. But see what happens. I'll keep you updated, you know. Hopefully it's going to be bite time soon. Right, well, this is the pop-up rig I've been using. It's as you can see, it's a choddy. 2-ounce lead on the bottom. What I've done, I've got that into it's a cut down lead clip there. It's a buffer sleeve over the top, swivel's gone into the lead clip to hold the bottom. Cut the swivel off the lead and just put it on a quick clip there. And we've got a Calder ready tied choddy, size 8. Bit of tungsten putty, that's an Avid chod bead on a piece of it's called a cable lead core seal. The chod bead is like obviously easily released in the event of a crack off. It's a pop up, and what I've done, I thought I'd try and create a bit of interest by putting maggots on there, Medusa style. So you get like a little bit upside down obviously, but it's easy way to show you. You get that in the water, and but alas, it's not worked. So I'm going to give it another try, see what happens, freshen it up, and maybe try a different colour pop-up this time. Maybe it's the yellow they don't like, I don't know. But anything to try and nick a bite. See how we go. There we go, that's how that rod sits in the water, or that rig rather, sits in the water. Just got it there in the margin. Now, what carp could resist that, eh? I know if I was a carp I'd want to eat it, but yeah, hopefully he'll create a bit of interest, we'll see. Right, well, getting into the evening now, nothing's really happening. What I'm going to do for tonight, I've just been baiting up, and I'm going to come in and go on that marginal shelf. It's about 20 yards out, go at the foot of that, and I'm going to put the baits there for the night and see what happens. Obviously, anything happens, I'll be letting you know. If not, I shall be seeing you in the morning. Well, morning. Nothing to report from during the night, unfortunately. Very, very quiet. Didn't hear nothing crashing, see nothing crashing. Just a very, very quiet night. Hopefully something's going to happen this morning, because I've got to go home in a few hours, and it would have been nice to get one out of here, but you know, first time, and they say it's a difficult lake anyway, so I'm not like, what should we say, I'm not dejected about it. I mean, you've got to like try these places, and you obviously the more you fish, the more you get to know them, and the better you get, the more fish you get out of the lake. Yeah, we'll carry on, we'll be coming again. Just put the time in, hopefully get the rewards. Well, I'll let you know if anything happens. Well, boys and girls, we have just picked ourselves up a bit of a chunk here. Left hand rod is just screamed off, and we've finished up with this little beauty. Can't get her up, boys and girls. Let's get her. This little beauty here. Now, where's that look? A nice little winter chunk, eh? Gonna get her on the scales and see what we've got. Now we know this sling goes 2 pounds, because we weighed her before, didn't we? Thought it was a decent fish, because it just plodded, and so we just plodded off, and I thought, there we go. So 0 scales. Right, see what we've got. We've got 26.4, so £2 off the scales. That's 24.4. Not bad little fish, eh? Let's give you one more look at this little baby, if it will stay still. Then we'll get her back. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Lovely. Lovely. Scaly mirror. Look at that. What a beauty. Right, let's get her back. Let's go. Come on, come on. Get her back. boys and girls, there's the rig that done the damage. See how it sits on the bottom there? Just 2 grains of pink Calder buoyant corn. It's the fruity squid flavoured one. And what I did, I put it in a little bag with some of that stick mix I showed you. I put it in there because I thought to myself, well, we'll make sure it don't tangle on the cast and that. And I fished it about 20 yards out at the bottom of the shelf. It's been there all night. Put it there late last night, so I couldn't show you the rig, but I'll show you the rig now. Just pull it out of the water. I just wanted to show you what it looks like in the water. It's on a piece of lead core. It's a free running rig, by the way, it's not on a clip. And got no indication from that at all. That bite, it just ripped off. There was no beeps, nothing. A right storming run. Right, well, here's the rig that done the damage. 2 ounce hair with it's on a sliding on a running rig, and that is about 8 inches of Nash armour cord. No, missing link. Sorry, it's about 8 inches of missing link. There's one little Calder sinker there. There's a piece of tungsten there, and the 2 grains of Calder fruity squid corn tied on the to the Nash fang twister, blowback style. Look at that. It's caught me already. That's what done the business. Nailed it. And as you see, you've seen it in the water there, the way it sits. And that's been out there about, well, I suppose it's been out there about 12 hours. So yeah, happy with that. Saved the blank because I was on a slow pack down, which I'm now going to continue with, but at least I've caught a fish for you. Right, well, yeah, I mean, that came out of the blue, that one. Nice fish. They all seem to be nice fish. As far as I know, that's the only 3rd fish been out this weekend. I might be wrong on that. I'm just going by what lads had told me coming past. One lad had a 16-pounder on Saturday during the night. No, Friday during the night. Beg your pardon, early hours Saturday morning. Another lad, he had one in the early hours of Saturday morning too. 5 pound. But other than that, they said the lads around them hadn't caught anything. The lads along by me, I've not, any of those have not caught anything. So yeah, I've been a bit lucky there, I think. I'm going to come back here again. This was the first time here. You know, you learn a little bit every time you come, don't you? And I'll maybe try that method again, like the old paint corn there works. What I've done, I've fished out over the top of the weed. Just put it in the weed there. Yeah, sorry about that, that was the camera strap line up. Yeah, I fished out over the top of the silk line. I just popped out, what I've done, I put it in the PVA bag, A, so it wouldn't tangle, and B, hopefully, so it would just sit on the weed, and as the bag broke down and opened, it was only that stick mix, so it will fall to the sides, and just let the corn pop up out in the middle of it. So we got a bit of flavour, a bit of smell, and it's like you had the pink corn sitting on the sort of yellowy, beigey background of the stick mix. So hopefully that's what proved to be the dinner. We certainly caught fish anyway, so I'm very happy with that. I'm going to carry on packing down now. If nothing else happens, I won't be coming back to you. I'll just say goodbye now, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.